In the news now. Boris Johnson has invited leaders of the UK's devolved nations to a COVID recovery summit, amid indirect calls. Sir Keir Starmer has sacked Labour's party chair in the aftermath of election results. A large segment of a Chinese rocket has plummeted back down to Earth. The discarded body of a Chinese Long March 5B rocket plowed through Earth's atmosphere Saturday night, making an uncontrolled re-entry in the Indian Ocean, west of the Maldives. The US Pentagon had been tracking the rocket body since last week, but because of the unusual tumbling of the rocket body and its orbit, it had been difficult to predict where exactly the huge piece of space junk would fall back to the planet. Aerospace.org had also been tracking the rocket and, as of Saturday afternoon, predicted it would fall into the Pacific Ocean. According to University of Maryland astronomer Ye Quanzi, the China National Space Administration confirmed on Weibo the booster had re-entered at 7:24 p.m. Pacific Time Saturday. Sadiq Khan has been re-elected as mayor of London. Scores of Palestinians have been injured in fresh clashes with Israeli police in Jerusalem. The remains of 9 Neanderthals have been discovered in caves near Rome. Cyber attack on US pipeline linked to criminal gang. The cyber extortion attempt that has forced the shutdown of a vital US pipeline was carried out by a criminal gang known as DarkSide that cultivates a Robin Hood image of stealing from corporations and giving a cut to charity, 2 people close to the investigation said Sunday. The shutdown, meanwhile, stretched into its 3rd day, with the Biden administration saying an all-hands-on-deck effort is underway to restore operations and avoid disruptions in the fuel supply. Experts said that gasoline prices are unlikely to be affected if the pipeline is back to normal in the next few days, but that the incident, the worst cyber attack to date on critical US infrastructure, should serve as a wake-up call to companies about the vulnerabilities they face. The pipeline, operated by Georgia-based Colonial Pipeline, carries gasoline and other fuel from Texas to the Northeast. It delivers roughly 45% of fuel consumed on the East Coast, according to the company. It was hit by what Colonial called a ransomware attack, in which hackers typically lock up computer systems by encrypting data, paralyzing networks, and then demand a large ransom to unscramble it. On Sunday, Colonial Pipeline said it was in the process of restoring some of its IT systems. It says it remains in contact with law enforcement and other federal agencies, including the Department of Energy, which is leading the federal government response. The company has not said what was demanded or who made the demand. However, 2 people close to the investigation, speaking on condition of anonymity, identified the culprit as DarkSide. It is among ransomware gangs that have professionalized a criminal industry that has cost Western nations tens of billions of dollars in losses in the past 3 years. DarkSide claims that it does not attack hospitals and nursing homes, educational or government targets, and that it donates a portion of its take to charity. It has been active since August and, typical of the most potent ransomware gangs, is known to avoid targeting organizations in former Soviet bloc nations. Colonial did not say whether it has paid or was negotiating a ransom, and DarkSide neither announced the attack on its dark website nor responded to an Associated Press reporter's queries. The lack of acknowledgement usually indicates a victim is either negotiating or has paid. On Sunday, Colonial Pipeline said it is developing a system restart plan. It said its main pipeline remains offline, but some smaller lines are now operational. We are in the process of restoring service to other laterals and will bring our full system back online only when we believe it is safe to do so, and in full compliance with the approval of all federal regulations, the company said in a statement. More news later.